Hey, welcome to hell. I'm Eddie the Imp, and yeah, I'm friends with Iron Maiden, but today I'm here to tell you what I think of Doom the Dark Ages. First off, it's my job to spawn behind the Slayer when he's not looking. That guy is such a colossal fool that every time I get anywhere near him, I either get a flail to the face or I'm ripped and torn in half by his frickin' chainsaw shield. Seriously, who invented this thing? Think us demons would have dreamt up something like that, but apparently all we got are rocks for brains, and the best we can do is throw vertical fireballs at 5 miles an hour. Alright, so you're probably asking yourself, how do we get to play Doom down here in hell? Well, after the satanic panic of the 80s bled into the 90s, and all the politicians, religious leaders, and paranoid parents lost their absolute shit over this game, the Icon of Sin mandated that all demons must play Doom during their brief regeneration period after being eviscerated by the Slayer. That's right. Even though it seems like you're constantly facing off against a million of us, in reality, there's only a few dozen of us, and we keep respawning over and over again. I mean, it's hell, so what did you expect? What are we gonna do, die in hell? If only we'd be so lucky. In life, I was one of those scammers who calls you from a number in your own area code that hangs up as soon as you answer, so endless suffering as an imp is an appropriate unending torment as far as I'm concerned. There's also no loyalty in hell, as infighting has been a thing since 1993, so I get a great sense of catharsis from stomping around as the Slayer and ripping apart my compatriots. Especially Terry the Cyber Demon. Fuck you, Terry. I'm also full of self-loathing and make sure to shield bash all of my imp brethren at every opportunity. While not as breakneck fast as Doom Eternal, Dark Ages slows things down a bit, which honestly I don't mind in my old age. I was having to drink way too much coffee and way too many Red Bulls just to keep up with Eternal. Now with Dark Ages, I can sit here with my arthritis and full blown out retinas, taking my sweet geriatric time as I stampede through hell. Another big change from Eternal is that weapon swapping takes an eternity, so you end up using fewer weapons throughout your playthrough. I actually like this change because, let me tell you, some of the weapons are extremely painful, so I'd much rather be insta-gibbed into a mist of blood by a super shotgun than to be crucified to a wall by an impaler. Glory kills are also gone this time around, now replaced with executions, which can only be done against big chunkas when they've reached a purple-colored stun state. This is a fantastic change because I can't be executed whatsoever, so no more extreme trauma for me. Whoa! Now, back when hell was created in 1993, that's right, it didn't exist before original Doom, I remember the splendor of roaming around in wide open spaces with all my idiot demon buddies, but ever since Doom 3, those open spaces were mostly non-existent in service of endless corridors. But finally, the large, open battlefields of hell have finally returned in the Dark Ages. Old, decrepit, redemption-challenged individuals like myself will clearly see the obvious parallels the Dark Ages makes to old-school Doom, but younger generations definitely won't, because they started playing Doom in 2016 and don't even know what IDDQD means. Final boss fights against Azrak were also really fun, mainly because he's always been a little punk incapable of accomplishing anything, but also because Doom is Dark Souls now, with all the parrying, and every successful parry excites my tiny lizard brain to such a degree that I almost forgot that I'm in hell. Forever. Anyway, Doom the Dark Ages is a pretty good game. 8 out of 10. What'd you think of it? Post your worthless opinions down in the comments. And if you want to see more of me, Eddie, the greatest of all imps, comment which Doom game you want me to stream, and I'll probably make that happen. Probably. Now get the hell out of here.